Welcome to Smart Story Studio, where timeless truths come alive through powerful scripture stories filled with lessons, emotions, and transformation. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss any of our weekly uploads. Now, let's dive in. In the celestial realm, the angels stood in reverence, bowing before the newly created Adam, as commanded by Allah. Despite the harmonious obedience of these divine beings, Iblis, a jinn, stood defiantly alone, refusing to bow. His arrogance was palpable as he proclaimed with pride, "I am better than him. You created me from fire and him from clay," as narrated in Surah Al-Araf 7:12. This moment marked the origin of arrogance in creation, a test which Iblis failed, defining his eternal downfall. The pride of Iblis was a lens to understand a significant lesson from the Hadith. He who has a mustard seed of pride will not enter paradise. Muslim. This powerful statement underscores the significance of humility, a virtue that counters the root cause of downfall. The moral lesson is clear. Pride, as demonstrated by Iblis, leads only to isolation and disgrace. The antidote to this spiritual ailment is humility. To practice humility, believers are encouraged to compliment someone they envy, turning their hearts from arrogance to charity. In anticipation of what unfolds next, there lies treachery. But Iblis was not done. He plotted to deceive Adam and Eve. Find out what happened in the deception in paradise. The moral of the narrative reminds us that pride is the root of downfall, even for the most devout. Surah Al-Araf 7:12. Allah said, "What prevented you from prostrating when I commanded you?" Iblis said, "I am better than him. You created me from fire and him from clay." That one sentence, "I am better than him," was the first declaration of racism, the first sign of arrogance, and the first act of rebellion in the history of creation. He had worshipped Allah for thousands of years, but one moment of pride erased it all. Arrogance is the first sin, and the most dangerous. Because unlike other sins, arrogance disguises itself as righteousness. Cut to narration with Hadith overlay. Open book. The Prophet said, "He who has a mustard seed of pride in his heart will not enter paradise." Sahih Muslim. Even a grain, even a whisper of it, enough to cost a soul eternity. Show scenes of people looking down on others, mocking, belittling, while their hearts grow darker. Arrogance doesn't start loud. It starts silently in the heart, and it kills from the inside out. Return to Iblis staring coldly as angels weep in obedience. A heavenly gate closes behind him. He was banished, not because of disbelief, but because of pride. Moral lesson: pride destroyed Iblis. Humility raised the angels. And you must choose. Do you bow like the angels or stand like Iblis? Even the most devout can fall if the heart is proud. Actionable plans. 1. Compliment someone you envy. It will sting, but it will heal your heart. 2. Pray 2 rak'ahs in secret tonight. Let no one see but Allah. Humility begins in hidden places. 3. Thank someone you usually ignore. A sibling, a cleaner, a driver. Show respect to all creation. 4. Repeat this daily dua. "O Allah, remove pride from my heart and grant me humility before you and your creation." 5. Study the names of Allah, especially Al-Mutakabir, the Supreme. Only He has the right to be proud, not us. But Iblis wasn't done. He plotted revenge. He whispered into paradise itself. The first sin on earth was born from the first sin in heaven. Don't miss the next episode, The Deception in Paradise. What a journey through faith, failure, and God's unfailing love. If this story moved you or taught you something powerful, drop a comment below and tell us what stood out the most. And don't keep this truth to yourself. Share this video with a friend who needs some light and encouragement today. Remember, here at Smart Story Studio, we tell stories that inspire, teach, and transform lives. Subscribe now for more emotional, dramatic, and truth-filled scripture stories that shape your mind and spirit. Until next time, stay inspired, stay strong, and stay rooted in the Word.